The Great Bible, the first book of Samuel, called the first book of the Kings, the first chapter. Elkanah hath two wives, Hannah and Peninnah. The first chapter. There was a man of one of the two Ramoths of the kindred of Zophim, of Mount Ephraim, named Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph, an Ephratite, which had two wives, the one called Hannah, and the other Peninnah. And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had none. And the said man went up out of his city every feastful day, to pray, and to offer unto the Lord of hosts in Silo, where were the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, the Lord's priests. And it fell on a solemn day, that Elkanah offered, and gave to Peninnah his wife, and to all her sons and daughters portions. But unto Hannah he gave a portion with a heavy cheer, for he loved Hannah, and the Lord had made her barren. And her enemy Peninnah vexed her sore continually to move her, because the Lord had made her barren. And so did she year by year, as oft as she went up to the house of the Lord. And so chased her, which wept, and did not eat. Then said Elkanah her husband to her, Hannah, why weepest thou? And why eatest thou not? And why is thine heart troubled? Am not I better to thee than 10 sons? So Hannah rose up after that they had eaten and drunk in Silo. And Eli the priest sat upon a stool by one of the side posts of the temple of the Lord. And she was troubled in her mind, and prayed unto the Lord, and wept sore, and vowed a vow, and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt look on the trouble of thine handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but give unto thine handmaid a man-child, I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. And as she continued praying before the Lord, it fortuned that Eli marked her mouth, for Hannah spake in her heart, and her lips did but move only, but her voice was not heard. And therefore Eli thought she had been drunken. And Eli said unto her, How long wilt thou be drunken? Put away from thee the wine that thou hast. Hannah answered and said, Not so, my lord. I am a woman of a sorrowful heart. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. Count not thine handmaid to be like a daughter of Belial. For out of the abundance of my heaviness and grief have I spoken hitherto. Eli answered her again, and said, Go in peace. The God of Israel grant thee thy petition that thou hast asked of him. She said, Let thine handmaid find grace in thy sight. And so the woman went her way, and did eat, and looked no more so sad. And they rose up early, and worshipped before the Lord, and then returned, and came to their house to Ramoth. And when Elkanah knew Hannah his wife, the Lord remembered her, for in process of time it came to pass that she conceived, and bare a son, and called his name Samuel, saying, Because I have asked him of the Lord. And Elkanah and all his house went up to offer unto the Lord the offering due for the feast, and also his vow. Nevertheless, Hannah went not up, but said unto her husband, I will tarry until the lad be weaned, and then I will bring him that he may appear before the Lord, and there abide forever. Elkanah her husband answered her, Do what seemeth thee best. Tarry at home until thou hast weaned him, and I beseech the Lord to make good his saying. And so the woman abode, and gave her some suck, until she weaned him. And when she had weaned him, she took him with her, with 3 bullocks, and an ephah of flour, and a bottle of wine, and brought him unto the house of the Lord in Silo. And the child was yet but tender of age. And they slew a bullock, and brought in the lad to Eli. And she said, O my Lord, as truly as thy soul liveth, my Lord, I am the woman that stood before thee here, praying unto the Lord. For this lad I prayed, and the Lord hath given me my desire, which I asked of him. And therefore I have given him unto the Lord, as long as he is meet for the Lord. And they worshipped the Lord there. The 2nd chapter. The Song of Hannah. The offense of the sons of Eli. The 2nd chapter. And Hannah prayed and said, Mine heart rejoiceth in the Lord, and mine horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is wide open over mine enemies, for I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none so holy as the Lord, for without thee is nothing. Neither is there any of strength as is our God. Talk not too much proudly. Let old things depart out of your mouths. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and his purposes come to pass. The bow with the mighty men are broken, and they that were weak have girded themselves with strength. They that were full have hired out themselves for bread, and they that were hungry cease so to be, till the barren hath borne 7, and she that had many children is waxed feeble. The Lord killeth, and maketh alive, bringeth down to the grave, and fetcheth up again. The Lord maketh poor, and maketh rich, bringeth low, and heaveth up on high. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to inherit them with the seed of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the round world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall keep silence in darkness, and in his own might shall no man be strong. The Lord's adversaries shall be destroyed of him, and out of heaven shall he thunder upon every one of them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the world, and shall give might unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed. And Elkanah went to Ramoth to his house, and the lad did minister unto the Lord before Eli the priest. But the sons of Eli were children of Belial, and knew not the Lord. And the priests made a law for the people, that whensoever any man offered any offering, the priest's lad came, while the flesh was in seething, and a flesh hook with 3 teeth in his hand, and thrust it into the pan, kettle, cauldron, or pot. And all that the flesh hook brought up, that the priest took away. And so they did unto all the Israelites that came thither to Silo. Yea, and there too, before they burnt the fat, the priest's lad came and said to the man that offered, Give flesh, that I may dress it for the priest, for he will not have sodden flesh of thee, but raw. And if any man said unto him, Let them burn the fat according to the day, and then take as much as thine heart desireth, the lad would answer him, Yea, thou shalt give it me now, and if thou wilt not, I will take it with violence. And the sin of the of the young men was very great before the Lord, for men abhorred the offering of the Lord. But the child Samuel ministered before the Lord, girded about with a linen ephod. Moreover, his mother made him a little coat, and brought it to him from year to year, when she came up with her husband to offer the offering in the solemn feasts. And Eli blessed Elkanah and his wife, and said, "The Lord give thee seed of this woman, for the petition that she asked of the Lord." And they went unto their own home. And the Lord visited Hannah, so that she conceived and bare 3 sons and 2 daughters. And the child Samuel grew before the Lord. Eli was very old, and heard all that his sons did unto all Israel, and how they lay with the woman that waited at the door of the tabernacle of witness. And he said unto them, "Why do ye such things? For of all these people I hear evil reports of you." "Oh, nay, my sons, for it is no good report that I hear, how that ye make the Lord's people to trespass. If one man sin against another, daysmen may be judges, but if a man sin against the Lord, who will be his daysman? Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto the voice of their father, because the Lord would slay them. The child Samuel profited and grew, and was in favor both with the Lord and also with men. And there came a man of God unto Eli, and said unto him, "Thus saith the Lord, Did not I appear unto the house of thy father, when they were in Egypt, subject unto Pharaoh's house? And I chose thy father out of all the tribes of Israel to be my priest, for to offer upon mine altar, and to burn incense, and to wear an ephod before me. And I gave unto the house of thy father all the burnt offerings of the children of Israel. Wherefore tread ye down my sacrifice and mine offering, which I commanded to be made in the tabernacle, and honorest thy children above me, to make yourselves fat of the first fruits of all the offerings of Israel my people. Wherefore the Lord God of Israel saith, I said that thy house and the house of thy father should walk before me forever. But now the Lord saith, That be far from me. For them that worship me I will worship, and they that despise me shall come to shame. Behold, the days come, that I will cut off thine arm, and the arm of thy father's house, that there shall not be an elder in thine house. And thou shalt see thine enemy in the tabernacle of the Lord, and in all that wealth with which God shall give Israel, and there shall not be an elder in thine house forever. Nevertheless, I will not destroy all the males that come of thee from mine altar, but to make thine eyes daze, and to make thine heart melt. And all they that be multiplied in thine house shall die, if they be men. And this shall be a sign unto thee, that shall come upon thy 2 sons, Hophni and Phinehas, even in one day they shall die both. And I will stir me up a faithful priest, that shall do according to my heart and mind, and I will build him a sure house, and he shall walk before mine anointed forever. And they that are left in thine house shall come and crouch to him for a little piece of silver and a cake of bread, and shall say, Put me, I pray thee, in one office or other among the priests, that I may eat a morsel of bread. The 3rd chapter. The Lord calleth Samuel 3 times. The 3rd chapter. And the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, And the word of the Lord was precious in those days, neither was there any open vision. And it chanced at the time that Eli lay in his place, and his eyes began to wax dim, that he could not see. And ere the lamp of God went out, Samuel laid him down to sleep in the temple of the Lord, where the ark of God was. And the Lord called Samuel, and he said, Here am I. And he ran unto Eli, and said, Here am I, for thou calledst me. And he said, I called thee not. Go again and sleep. And he went and laid him down to sleep. And the Lord called once again, Samuel. And Samuel arose and went to Eli and said, I am here, for thou didst call me. And he answered, I called thee not, my son. Go again and take thy rest. Samuel knew not yet the Lord, neither was the word of the Lord yet opened unto him. And the Lord went to, and called Samuel the third time. And he arose and went to Eli, and said, I am here, for thou hast called me. And Eli perceived that the Lord had called the child. Therefore Eli said unto Samuel, Go and lie down, and if he call thee again, then say, Speak on, Lord, for thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and laid him down in his place. And the Lord came and stood and called as before, Samuel, Samuel. Samuel answered, Speak on, for thy servant heareth. And the Lord said to Samuel, Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, that both the ears of as many as heareth it shall tingle. In that day I will raise up against Eli all things which I have spoken concerning his house. From the beginning to the ending, I have told him that I will judge his house forever, for the wickedness which he knoweth. For when the people cursed his sons for the same wickedness, he hath not corrected them. And therefore I have sworn unto the house of Eli, that the wickedness of Eli's house shall not be purged with sacrifice nor offering forever. Samuel laid till the morning, and opened the doors of the house of the Lord. And Samuel feared to show Eli the vision. Then Eli called Samuel, and said, Samuel, my son. And he answered, Here I am. He said, What is that the Lord hath said unto thee? I pray thee, see thou hide it not from me. God do so and so to thee, if thou hide anything from me of all that he said unto thee. And Samuel told him every whit, and hid nothing from him. And he said, It is the Lord. Let him do what seemeth him best. And Samuel grew, and the Lord was with him, and left none of his words unperformed. And all Israel, from Dan to Beersheba, wist that faithful Samuel was made the Lord's prophet. And the Lord appeared again in Shiloh, for the Lord opened himself to Samuel in Shiloh through the word of the Lord. The fourth chapter. The ark of the Lord is taken. Eli and his children die. The fourth chapter. And Samuel spake unto all Israel, and it fortuned that in those days the Philistines came together to fight. And Israel went out against the Philistines to battle, and pitched beside the helpstone. And the Philistines pitched in Aphek, and put themselves in array against Israel. And when they joined the battle, Israel was put to the worse before the Philistines. And the Philistines slew in array along by the by the fields about 4,000 men. And when the people were come into their tents, the elders of Israel said, Wherefore hath the Lord cast us down this day before the Philistines? Let us fetch the ark of the appointment of the Lord out of Silo unto us, that when it cometh among us, it may save us out of the hand of our enemy. And so the people sent to Silo, and sent from thence the ark of the appointment of the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth between the cherubims. And there were the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, with the ark of the appointment of God. And it fortuned that when the ark of the appointment of the Lord came into the host, all Israel shouted a mighty shout, so that the earth rang again. And when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, What meaneth the sound of this mighty shout in the host of the Hebrews? And they understood how that the ark of the Lord was come into the host. And the Philistines were afraid, and said, God is come into the host. And they said again, Woe unto us! For it was never so before this. Woe unto us! Who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with so many plagues in the wilderness. Be strong, and quit yourselves like men, O ye Philistines, that ye be no servants unto the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Be of a manly courage, therefore, and fight. And the Philistines fought, and Israel was put to the worse, and fled every man into his tent. And there was an exceeding great slaughter, for there were overthrown of Israel 30,000 footmen. And the ark of God was taken, and the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were dead. And there ran a man of Benjamin out of the array, and came to Silo the same day, with his clothes rent, and earth upon his head. And when he came, Eli sat upon a stool, and looked toward the way, for his heart feared for the ark of God. And when the man came into the city, and told it, all the city cried. And when Eli heard the noise of the crying, he said, What meaneth this noise of the rumor? And the man came in hastily, and told Eli. Eli was 98 years old, and his sight failed him, that he could not see. And the man said unto Eli, I am he that came out of the array, and fled this day out of the host. And he said, What thing is fortuned, my son? The messenger answered and said, Israel is fled before the Philistines, and there is a great slaughter chanced among the people. And thy two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, are dead, and the ark of God is taken. And it fortuned that when he made mention of the ark of God, Eli fell from off his stool backward upon the threshold of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died. For he was an old man and heavy, and judged Israel 40 years. And his daughter-in-law, Phinehas' wife, was with child, and nigh the birth. And when she heard the tidings that the ark of God was taken, and that her father-in-law and her husband were dead, she bowed herself and travailed, for her pains came upon her. And about the time of her death, the woman that stood about her said unto her, Fear not, for thou hast borne a son. But she answered not, nor regarded it. And she named the child Jehoshaphat, saying, The glory is departed from Israel, because the ark of God was taken, and because of her father-in-law and her husband. And she said again, The glory is gone from Israel, for the ark of God is taken. The 5th chapter. Dagon, the god of the Philistines, is cast flat before the earth. The 5th chapter. And the Philistines took the ark of God, and carried it from the helpstone unto Ashdod. Again, the Philistines took the ark of God, and brought it into the house of Dagon, and set it by Dagon. And when they of Ashdod were up in the next day in the morning, behold, Dagon lay upon the earth before the ark of the Lord. And they took Dagon, and set him in his place again. And when they were up early in the next morning, behold, Dagon lay upon the ground before the ark of the Lord, and his head and his 2 hands cut off upon the threshold. Only the shape of a first was left on him. And therefore is it that the priests of Dagon, neither any man that cometh into Dagon's house, tread not on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. But the hand of the Lord was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them, and smote them with emeroids, both Ashdod and in all the coasts thereof. The villages also, and the fields in the midst of the country were full, and there came up mice, and there was a confusion of great death in the city. And when the men of Ashdod saw that it was so, they said, The ark of the God of Israel shall not abide here with us, for his hand is sore upon us, and upon Dagon our God. They sent therefore, and gathered all the lords of the Philistines unto them, and said, What shall we do with the ark of the God of Israel? They answered, Let the ark of the God of Israel be carried about unto Gath. And they carried the ark of the God of Israel about. And it fortuned that when they had carried it about, there was by the hand of the Lord a mighty great noise in the city. And he smote the men of the city, both small and great, and they had secret diseases. And the Gittites took counsel, and made themselves privy seats of skins. Therefore they sent the ark of God to Acharon. And as soon as the ark of God came to Acharon, the Acharonites cried out, saying, They have brought the ark of the God of Israel to us, to slay us and our people. And so they sent and gathered together all the lords of the Philistines, and said, Send away the ark of the God of Israel, to go again to his own place, that it slay us not and our people. For there was great lamentation over the dead throughout all the city, and the hand of God was exceeding sore there. And the men that died not were smitten with the emeroids, and the cry of the city went up to heaven. The 6th chapter. The kine bring home the ark with the rewards. The 6th chapter. The ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. And the Philistines called for the priests and the soothsayers, saying, What shall we do with the ark of the Lord? Tell us, wherewith we shall send it home again. They said, If thou send the ark of the God of Israel home again, send it not empty, but reward it with a trespass offering, and then ye shall be whole, and it shall be known to you, why his hand departeth not from you. Then said they, And what shall be the trespass offering, which we shall reward him with? They answered, 5 golden arses, and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. For it is one manner of plague on you all, and on your lords. Wherefore ye shall make images like to your arses, and images like to your mice, that corrupt the land. And ye shall give glory unto the God of Israel, that he may take his hand from off you, and from off your gods, and from off your land. Wherefore do ye harden your hearts, as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts, which when he took on against them, did they not let the people go, and they departed? Now therefore make a new cart, and take 2 milch kine, on whose neck there hath come no yoke, and tie the kine to the cart, and bring the calves home from them, and take the ark of the Lord, and lay it upon the cart, and put the jewels of gold, which ye reward him with for a sin offering, in a coffer by the side thereof, and send it away, that it may go. And if ye see that he go up by the way of his own coast to Bethsames, then it is he that did us this great evil. If no, we shall know then that it is not his hand that smote us, but it was a chance that happened us. And the men did even so, and took 2 kine that gave milk, and tied them to the cart, and kept the calves at home. And they laid the ark of the Lord upon the cart, and the coffer with the mice of gold, and with the images of their arses. And the kine took the straight way to Bethsames, and went on the straight way. And as they went, lo, and turned neither to the right hand nor to the left. And the lords of the Philistines went after them, until the borders of Bethsames. And they of Bethsames were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley. And they lifted up their eyes, and spied the ark, and rejoiced when they saw it. And the cart came into the field of one Jehoshua, a Bethsemite, and stood still there. There was also a great stone. And they clave the wood of the cart, and offered the kine a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the Levites took down the ark of the Lord, and the coffer that was with it, wherein the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Bethsames sacrificed burnt sacrifice, and offered offerings that same day unto the Lord. And when the 5 lords of the Philistines had seen it, they returned to Acharon the same day. And these are the golden arses which the Philistines gave to amends for a trespass offering to the Lord. For Asdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Askelon 1, for Gath 1, and for Acharon 1. And golden mice according to the number of all the cities of the Philistines, even according to the 5 lords, both of walled towns and of towns unwalled, even unto the great stone of lamentation, whereon they set down the ark of the Lord, which stone remaineth unto this day in the field of Jehoshua the Bethsemite. And he plagued the men of Bethsames, because they had seen the ark of the Lord. And he slew among the people 50,000 and 70 men. And the other people lamented, because the Lord had slain the people with so great a slaughter. Wherefore the men of Bethsames said, Who is able to stand before the Lord, so holy a God? And to whom shall he go from us? And they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kiriath Jearim, saying, The Philistines have brought again the ark of the Lord. Come ye down therefore, and set it up to you, and fed it up to you.